Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to make this second generation Pajero, the greatest off-road vehicle ever made. We're going to make it be able to breathe underwater because that's what every four-wheel drive needs to be able to do. With the snorkel kit. Let's get into it. Well, this is what your eBay special kit's going to get you. You're going to get your main snorkel piece here. Your, what do you call that? Your nose? I don't even know. And your bag of hardware, some brackets and some clamps and things like that. Obviously it's going to bolt onto the guard here, come up the A-pillar and sit up like that or something. Cool. So let's get a plan of attack. I guess get the bonnet open. I imagine we'll have to pull the airbox out of the way, drill some holes, mount it up, and yeah, have a look at it from there. So in the bag of hardware here, what have we got? Some sort of a template, cardboard thing. What's this? Instructions. Useless. And the rest is just hardware, nuts, bolts, things of that nature. Let's get into it. Get the airbox open, see what's going on in here. Okay, so there's 3 bolts in there holding that down. So after you unbolt your airbox, there's this thing which must come through the guard there, and that's how it breathes. Going into our bag of tricks, there's this piece here, which I'd say does away with this. So I've pulled this piece out. This is the base of the airbox. The whole thing's not ideal really, like there's some holes down here which you're going to need to get filled. Otherwise this thing's not going to really serve much, snorkel's not going to serve much of a purpose. So I'm going to need to fill those holes. I want to silicone up this joint here. That's going to, water will be able to get in there for sure. And then where this penetrates through the inner guard here, where it penetrates through there, going to have to seal that up, that edge up there with silicone as well. But this is the piece that goes on the inside. It's gonna this is gonna slide into now that I've deleted this factory piece. So this doesn't have holes, it's just blank. So I have to get my my pen and mark on here where the holes are going to need to get drilled, then drill this out, put it up inside, silicone up the joint between it and the body, and then bolt it on. And then the way I think it works is then this will attach onto here with a hose clamp that came in the kit, and drill a hole in the guard here. This hose will sit just inside there. The snorkel will go on there and then up the A-frame. It's all a bit crap, really. I would have thought this thing had come pre-drilled, ready just to bolt up, given it's a well, it's not a factory piece, but it was designed specifically for this car and this body style. So yeah, I'll get this on there and mark some holes. Okay, so looking at this template in a bit more detail, it turns out it's actually useful. Who would have thought? I was trying to figure out why it was such an odd shape, and I actually started cutting it out here to modify it, which turns out would have been a disaster. So it's designed to run along the body line here from playing around with it, and you can see it runs up against that door gap there, or the edge of the guard. And then it folds over the top here, and it actually follows the profile of the guard perfectly, and runs down to that hard body line there. So it's really quite simple. These are all the holes that you need to drill, and there's a little hole there, which is a little hole here, which is for the big hole for the where the snorkel goes through. So that'll be a hole saw job. The rest of these I'll just drill them out with a step bit. But the first thing to do is to get it all nicely lined up and then mark it. Got the old hole saw going. Sure if you saw what just happened then, but the guide bit on this hole saw just snapped and started walking the hole saw all over the joint. That's made a mess. Here's the piece that's going to go up through there, and these nuts here it'll bolt on through and sandwich it in between this this engine bay piece here. Just need to give it a good coating of silicone all the way around here to stop water ingress. And so I've got these bolts in there. I'm just going to get them to wind them through like so. And I'll get a good coating of silicone on here. Hit it with the old Sally's wet area. so now I get the airbox back in place, because all of the engine bay side of it's basically done now. The rest of it's just a matter of connecting it up, this piece here through the rubber in between them and up along the guard. All of this engine bay work should be complete. Just got a good beat around here as well to get that sealed up. We'll get this guy back in place. Time to fit this bracket on. Put some marks there. Now that I've got two on there, I'll just test fit this thing and make sure that they're going to line up per the plan. The answer is yes. Slam two more in. 4 screws for this thing seems like massive overkill. I mean, if 2 wouldn't have held it, 4 never would have. Or so they say. Jeez, that one went quick. That 2. Okay, so now fit up our rubber sleeve, 2 hose clamps, which will go on that inside piece. Do the clamps up later. I've heard some talk about induction noises, so let's see if it sounds any different. Bit of a noise there. Not bad. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this video was enjoyable or educational or something. It was a bit of fun doing it. And not a bad result in the end.